All right, JT, so we're here working on the brakes on the New Mexico Jeep.
Yep.
This thing ended up being a lot more problematic than you expected it to in the beginning. Kind of walk us through some of the challenges and kind of where you thought you were in the beginning and where we're at now.
Well, with anything, if you let it set, it'll go bad. You tie your arm to your chest for 6 months, or like this thing, 30 years, your arm's not going to work. So I was hoping that we could put brake fluid in the master cylinder, bleed them, and everything will work. Well, the master cylinder, I couldn't get the lid off. Aluminum lid, cast iron master cylinder. I had to use a chisel to beat it around to get it off of there. Well, when I opened it, it's full of unknown material, rust or whatever, I don't know. So I had to replace it. Replaced it, bench bled the master cylinder, that we'll discuss that later, and put it on, which was a real pain. It's in a bad spot. Put fluid in it, and none of the wheel cylinders will bleed. So I ordered wheel cylinders. Well, while I'm doing that, I might as well do the brake shoes. So we're just now to the point to where we can change the shoes and the wheel cylinder, and hopefully we'll have brakes. Hey, here on that Redneck Willys Jeep show, we buy brake tools. Well, we're not going to use this one. This one, I don't know. I can't figure it out. So I'm gonna lightly place it. Actually, I'm gonna go outside and throw it.
You got to redneck this job.
Yeah, but this one, I know what it does. Push and turn. Of course, the whole nail wants to turn. Oh, there we go. There, we got it loose. And here's the spring and the two caps that hold the spring in there. All right, I'm going to do it the easy way and not pull the springs off. All right, we got to make sure we put it back together right. All right, here is the little nail that I had to pull out. It's not really a nail, but this cap right here has a notch, and the end of this nail has a little flat spot in it. Well, it'll only go on one way, and it'll only come off one way. All right, now I'm going to do some scraping to try to get some of that grease, and there's bug parts and gosh, I don't know, lots of good stuff in there. Maybe I'll rub some of that on my toast later. Now I need to take the wheel cylinder off and replace it. All right, now that we got the brake shoes out, you remember we were talking about this Jeep has sit for 30 years. Well, I'm getting ready to take the brake line off of the wheel cylinder. Well, to get it off, of course I got to put a wrench on there. Well, sometimes the end of the brake line does not want to turn. Just like other things on this Jeep have let me down and I had to go buy new ones. So we might have to replace this brake line. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see if we break it. I don't want to break it, but it might not come loose. On the end of a brake line, there is a screw-in part, and the brake line is flared. The end of it's kind of like the end of a bugle. And that piece is on there. Well, it's supposed to turn on the brake line, but it's not wanting to turn. Uh-oh, I think it moved. I think we're in luck. Oh yeah, oh that's good. Hopefully they all do that. And after I get the brake line off, there's two bolts that hold the wheel cylinder on. I'll pull it off and replace it with a brand new one. Sorry this is taking so long. It's a little rusty. It don't want to come loose. Oh, I think we're down to hand tight. That brake line is loose. There's a twisty part on the end of the brake line. And it turns, which is a good thing. I need to take the wheel cylinder off. Sound like fun? Oh man, that come loose easy. Good, 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 good. every once in a while, when you're turning the ratchet, it'll turn the wrong way. It just happens. And then you're tightening something up and you're not wanting to tighten nothing. Okay, there's one bolt. Second one coming. Alrighty. Wheel cylinder is out. Isn't that beautiful, that old wheel cylinder? Well, the whole problem was when you try to bleed it, it wouldn't bleed. So new ones were in the Jeep's future. Aha! Isn't that pretty? Beautiful wheel cylinder. Smells good too. Barry?
Yeah.
We gotta stop.
What's going on, G-Man?
These are the wrong ones.